What if I tell you that you can actually apply to any school in the United States for free? No agent fee, no consultation fee, no fees at all. Here on this channel, I do talk about how international students can secure fully funded scholarships in the form of graduate assistantship to study in the United States. I also offer free consultation to prospective international students willing to study in the United States. If you want to talk to me, I've actually left a link in my channel description so you can book me from there. I also share a list of schools in the United States waiving application fees, so application fee shouldn't be your problem. Here on this episode, I'll be talking about the school giving out fully funded scholarships in the form of graduate assistantship. If you really want to know the name of the school, like we always do, follow me till the end of this video. So the name of this university is University of Arkansas. And without wasting much time, let's quickly go to their graduate program page. So you just scroll down a little bit, then you click on graduates here. Okay. So if you want to know the program of study, you can click on this tab and you can see that they have master's and specialist degree programs, doctoral degree programs, certificate programs, and other programs. So if you want master programs, you just hit on that, right? So they have a lot of programs and it's arranged alphabetical order. So you can just check and then see if you are interested in any of these programs. So for the sake of time, I want to rush through some of the programs. For instance, let's say computer science. So your master's in computer science. So this is the head of department, and that is his email. So if you want more info about the program, you can just email them, right? Good. And then this is their graduate coordinator. You can also email him as well. And these are the conferred degrees that they issue, that they give out: masters in computer science, and then that's the PhD in engineering with a specialization in computer science, computer engineering, right? These are the primary research areas. So if you are interested in any of these research areas, then you will have to email one of these people, right? So that's it. So you can just check engineering, food science, French, German, human environmental sciences. I have a little problem in my eye today, sorry. Marketing, materials engineering, mechanical engineering, nursing, physics, political science. So let's check physics, masters in physics. So you can see their program coordinator's email is right there. So you can just email them if you want to know much about the program, right? Probably you can even talk about funding in your email, right? So that is it. So you can just quickly run through all these programs and see if you are interested in any of them. These are master programs, so let's rush through the PhD programs. So they have a lot as well. Biological sciences, PhD in biology, PhD in engineering, that is in the Department of Biomedical Engineering, chemical engineering, chemistry, civil engineering, computer science, PhD in computer science, and a whole lot. PhD in human resource development, educational leadership, economics, and stuff like that. PhD in electrical engineering. Yeah, so you can quickly go through all these programs and see if you are interested in any of them. If you are, then just hit on them, and then, like I said earlier, you can write them an email and tell them that you are interested in the program before you even commence your application. Yeah, that's another way. So these are the programs. So This video is about how to secure graduate assistantships. So that is after identifying the program of your interest. All you have to do is just click on the costs and funding, right? So on this page you can know the costs and then the funding opportunities. So you can see graduate assistantships right here, right? And then international student information. So without first of all, before we go here, we hit on the graduate assistantship. Let's read something about the international student information, right? So the estimated cost of attendance, the visa you need before you can apply for the visa you need before you can study in the school. F1 for long-term studies, and then J1 for short-term short-term studies, billing and payments and assistantship. Actually, they even have assistantship for international students here, right? So this is what you have to do. And this school is pretty simple. After making your application, after identifying the program of your interest, all you have to do is just apply for assistantship using this link, right? So let's quickly read about the assistantship. So they are saying there are a limited number of graduate assistantships for which you may be able to apply. That is what they always say, of course. Graduate assistantships are awarded by departments. That is the main reason why I said before you apply, write the program director or the program coordinator an email and ask them about funding opportunities. If there are, they will tell you to just apply. Probably some of them will even guide you if there's anything you've done wrong or something like that. So that is the reason why I said you should email them before you start the application. The student works up to 20 weeks per week. That is what I've been saying in almost all my videos for the department. That is in teaching positions. That is GTA, in research, GRA, and other areas. Could be administrative duties and stuff like that. In exchange for payment of tuition, that is, they will pay your tuition plus a living stipend paid directly to their students, right? So that means that every month you earn every month or every 2 weeks, depends on the state and in the school. In some schools they do pay assistance every 2 weeks, and in some schools they do pay on monthly basis. So it depends on the school. That is, you will be paid at the end of every month or 2 weeks. Some assistantships are sufficient to cover all costs of attendance. That is, like I said in some of my videos, probably if you've not watched them, you can go back and watch them. If you are a full-timer, all your tuition will be covered. If you are a half-timer, half of your tuition will be covered. So this explains that some assistantships are sufficient to cover all costs of attendance. That is, they will cover your living expenses, your tuition, your health insurance, and other benefits, right? And some cover only partial cost. That is, if you are not working as a full-timer. That is, if you are working below 20 hours per week, right? Each department administers its own assistantships. Like I said, each department, like, they do have separate funding to sponsor you, right? So you have to write to them to know whether you actually qualify or funds are available to sponsor you. So yeah, that is why I said you should always email them. And they vary widely in availability and amount of funding, depending on each department's budget, right? Like I said, depending on their budgets will tell you how many GTAs or GRAs they want to admit, right? If they have enough funding, they want to admit as many as they want in teaching and research areas and all that, from a pool of qualified applicants. Who is a qualified applicant? A qualified student is a student with a GPA of 3.0 and above, right? So that is it. So you must make contact with the department in which you are interested in order to inquire about the possibility of an assistantship. That is what I said, right? So before hitting on this tab, let's check on the tuition advantage. Tuition advantage, this is actually, we don't need this. You can also apply for loan, like I said. As an international student, these are the loans that you can apply. That is if you fail to secure funds, assistantship, right? So let's quickly click on the application for graduate assistantship. So then you hit on this. So this is a simple form. It's a simple PDF form that you can actually fill. So let's all go through this together. So when you apply and get admission, when you get admitted, you'll be given an University of Arkansas application number. So you put that number here, right? Let's say this is the number. The semester you are applying for, let's say for 2025, right? The degree or department, let's say engineering, or maybe master's in engineering, maybe something like that. And maybe let's say electrical engineering. Right, your personal information. My name is, let's say, Kojo. My name is, let's say, Kojo. My first name is, let's say, Albert. This is my surname, right? My last name, my first name, my middle name. Maybe if you have, you put something like that. Maybe say Ross. Oh, sorry. My address is maybe 2D 4500 Cars Avenue, right? Apartment number, my building number is maybe apartment number, let's say 500. I'm sorry, apartment number 500. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, okay. Let's say apartment 5. My city is, let's say, Lagos. I'm just using the wrong information, that is. I just want to show you how you can apply. The state or province, let's say Enugu. If you are from Ghana, if you are from Zimbabwe, if you are from India, wherever you're from, you may have a state or province, right? You just put the name there. The zip code, if you have a zip code, maybe 45667. And then where is it? Maybe Nigeria. The county, sorry, this is the county. If in the USA, sorry. So the country, let's say Nigeria. And then your citizenship, where you from, you select. You are resident, non-resident alien. That is, if you are not here. Is English your native language? You select yes or no. Yes. Your phone number, your primary phone number, you put your email here. The list of this section will basically come from your CV, right? Educational information. And one thing that I will also want to say is that you should be consistent, right? You cannot submit a CV with different dates in different schools whilst you come here and then you fill this form differently. You should be consistent with whatever CV you use in the application, right? So you can so you don't end up losing this assistantship. You get it? So after filling all that, maybe you can start from high school. If you want, you can include your high school, but then I prefer you use every post-secondary institution that you've been to, the dates you started, the dates you completed, and the degree conferred, right? The degree you got after completion. If you are still in the program, you can still indicate here that you are still there. Maybe you are in your last semester or you are about graduating. After that, you sign here. Okay, so if you want to sign, see there's no section that you can sign. You can actually put your full name and then the date, right? And then that's it. And then you'll be done, right? So that is it. So if you want to apply to this school, like I always say in my videos, you can always check the link to the university's website in my description box. Thank you. I am sure by now you want to apply to this school. If you really want to apply, I always leave the link to the university's website in my description box so you can apply from there, right? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on my notification bell so you don't miss out on any graduate assistantship opportunity. Thank you.